Like when I'm testing dogs, the first thing that I ever look at is environmentals out of drive. So I take the dog off property to somewhere that they've never been before, to a building, slick floors, open graded stairs, and then I give them scores, like numbers, actual numbers, because I'm kind of a fur dad at times, and I'm like, oh, like, I like this one just because I like them. You know what I mean? So I try to keep it as objective as possible. So things that I can apply numbers to, I do. But first and foremost, I test environmentally out of drive. No ball, maybe food if necessary. But I want them to walk into every building and every situation like they've been there 1,000 times and they own the place. To me, environmentals supersedes, like I test that first before I test anything else, because if I can't send you into a dark room to go bite someone or to go find explosives, I don't care if you could bite them and I don't care if you can find explosives, because you can't go there. You're not going to go there. Make sense? So if they don't pass my environmental portion, I don't even look at hunt or their biting or civilness. Making sense? Then if they pass what I want for environmentals, they walk into the place like they own it and they've been there 1,000 times. Then I move to like ball hunts. So I take a ball out, which usually start outside, find some long grass, show them that the ball is here, chuck it into some long grass, hold them for a second, let them go. I want to see not so much if they actually find the ball. It's cool if they do, but I want to see how long they're willing, again, another number that I can objectively view. I set a timer. How long are they going to continue to search for this ball? If it's too easy of a find, I have to restart the timer and make the throw hard. Making sense? So then I have like another metric that I can say, oh, well, this dog hunted for 5 minutes unassisted. I don't want the dog that hunts and then comes back and says, well, no, not yet, and then goes, stay out there and hunt for as long. They did that in my field throws, cool. Then I'll move to like inside somewhere, inside a building, and say, okay, well now, without the prey attraction of me throwing the ball, I'll have someone else, hey, look, here's a ball, Fluffy. And he's like, oh, okay, ball. Then the person leaves, I keep the dog outside of the room, and maybe they go put it in a cabinet or something. They come back out, and I want to see the dog be able to, one, not say, I'm just going to smash this guy because I think this is bite work, but be able to switch from potentially that, or he was really interesting, to go hunt, go do the task now. And I look for the same commitment and intensity in hunt in there as I'd seen in the field throws. How committed are you to hunting? Because if you can't find them, you can't bite them. If you can't get in the building, you can't find them, right? So I prioritize it in that way. So usually most of them wash from the environmental test. Whatever I have left, I do my hunt test. A few of them will wash from that. And then I get to my bite work test. This is where discrepancies kind of come in, because the caveat to all of this is I also take the dog's age and maturity into consideration. But usually, before I do like a actual grip on a suit or on a sleeve, I want to do like, the boogeyman exercises. Yep. So I do something like the boogeyman exercise just to see what's there in the dog. Does it measure anything? Maybe, maybe not. But it's just something that I like to do and see where we're at. After I see that and I see pretty good intensity there, then I go to, let's see what the dog's grip is like, if they've been on a suit. If they haven't been on a suit, a lot of vendors will say, well, he's never been on a suit. Cool story. I'm going to put him on a suit. So I don't care if he's never been on a suit. I want to see that. If you've never been on a suit, awesome. Will you bite this? And are you going to, are you going to make progressions? So if they haven't been on a suit, I'll work them on a sleeve at first, see what just the natural bite mechanics are. If that looks good, then I'll put them on the suit. I'll put a little bit of pressure, stressors on them, see how they deal with those stressors. And then if they pass that, then I'll select the dog. It's not like nothing super fancy. There's no tricks to it. But I think just the order that I do mine, and specifically environmentals out of drive. Because a lot of like these crazy Malinois, if you pull out a ball, they'll go anywhere. But when the ball is away, and they have to actually deal with the world. Some of them are like, oh my God, like the floor is slick. How did I end up on the middle of this slick floor, right? So I don't let them get blinded by drive. I want to see them out of drive. Like, let's do it. And then if I do bite work before I do that, or I do hunts before I do that, kind of also, then the dog comes out with the expectations of going into drive to do something.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
Make sense?
Yes.